There's fights May 30th from the UFC Apex in Vegas, and this is your fight of the night. I'm calling it this early. This is your fight of the night at 145 pounds, and I know it's been said on Twitter, friend of the show, at Big Marcel24, Marcel Dorf said this could be a catchweight at 150 pounds, but Billy Quarantillo and Spike Carlyle is one heck of a barn burner that you're not going to want to miss. And Matt, the last time we saw Spike Carlyle, it was a huge win on short notice against Alon Cruz. Finished him, looked amazing. The head kicks were great. The finish with the elbows, crazy, reminiscent of Travis Brown. The other thing about Spike Carlyle, and I'm going to read what he said, it's 187, 187 on the 666. That was the last thing he said in the octagon. I have absolutely no sweet clue what it means, other than the fact that Spike Carlyle can get it done, whether it's on the mat, whether it's on the feet. This is a guy who's a black belt in judo, brown belt in BJJ, and his striking acumen's pretty high, and he can finish the fight wherever it is. But he's taken on a really tough test in Billy Quarantillo, a guy who cut his teeth with King of the Cage and some other different promotions. Got a chance on Dana White's Contender Series. Got a huge win over a fighter who we had seen compete with NEF. Even before that with Adrian Valletta, who's been interviewed on the channel. He was on The Ultimate Fighter Season 22. Didn't work out for him there, but he's getting a shot now at age 31 in the UFC. What do you expect out of this fight?
I don't expect good things to happen to Billy Quarantillo. I'll let that be known right now.
Big win over Jacob Kilburn in his UFC debut.
That is nice, but here's the problem. I don't think he does anything better than Spike Carlyle. I think Carlyle has the advantage in the striking. The only thing that Quarantillo has is I think if he is able to use his reach, I know the reaches are the same. Actually, Carlyle has a bit of an advantage. Much taller guy, though, and he does use his length when he fights, and I think that's really going to come into play, because if you look back at Carlyle's last fight, he was able to close that distance immediately, throw the elbows, throw the high kicks. If you don't let him get on the inside, though, first, he's going to have a tough time kind of working his way, and he is known to sort of lunge inside, because he is at a reach disadvantage with a lot of guys who he fights, and he could get clipped coming in. Other than that, though, I think this is a pretty easy victory for Spike Carlyle. I don't think it's going to be fight of the night. I think it's going to be performance of the night. I don't think this goes past the second round.
I do. I think it's going to go past that. I think Billy Quarantillo, his offensive wrestling is great. I mean, and he's a finisher in his own right, and he's actually the favorite in this fight. Quarantillo minus 160 favorite. Spike Carlyle coming in as a plus 135 underdog. Over on Tapology to 362 votes. Majority of the fans, slight majority, 54% going with Quarantillo, and another 54% saying decision. There's a lot of people peppering in submissions, knockouts. Same thing for Carlyle to get the win. Overwhelming majority saying that he's going to win by knockout. I don't think Spike Carlyle is going to be able to get the knockout, but I do think he's going to be able to grind out a good win. That's why I think this one is your fight of the night. There's just so much written all over it. And win or lose, both these guys still kind of in that... Maybe Quarantillo not as much in that prospect status, but they still have high enough ceilings in the UFC.
The loser of this fight, it could be the best thing to ever happen. Dude, we see it a lot of times when two prospects fight earlier on in their career, and whoever loses actually goes on to have the better career just because they learned a lot in that fight. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Carlyle's going to win, and it wouldn't be the worst thing for the UFC if he does win. I do think he does have somewhat, not crazy star potential, but he's a guy who has a very fun style. He's pretty good on the mic when he's not yelling out codes.
Trains out of the training lab, too, with guys like Mark Munoz, Juan Archuleta, TJ Dillashaw.
We don't talk about that, though. So, and the Mark Munoz connection is huge for his wrestling, because Munoz has been one of the better wrestling coaches ever since he retired. So, no, I think this is going to be a great fight for as long as it lasts, but I do think Carlyle's going to be able to get it done.
I'm really looking forward to it. We're both going to take Spike Carlyle here. If I woke up the next day and Billy Quarantillo won, I wouldn't be overly surprised, but I think with the odds being plus 135 on Carlyle, it's a pretty good shot there. So you're not going to want to miss the rest of our predictions for the card. 5 minutes for the main event. Tyron Woodley taking on Gilbert Burns. 2 minutes for the rest of the main card and the prelims. Keep it locked in with Fight Night Picks, and as we always say, Matt, let's get into it.